In this video, we're going to talk about graphing tables and table sets. So we're going to go with our example of the year, which is y equals negative 3 over 2x plus 3. We already know from the previous tutorial video that the x-intercept was 2 comma 0. The y-intercept was 0 comma 3. But let's say, for example, we wanted more points for some reason. I don't know why, but let's say you wanted some actual more ordered pairs. So what we're going to do is we're going to fill in this chart really quickly. Now, the key to this, okay, is to understand that you chose x values, and I just randomly chose them from negative 3 to 3. We want to know what the y values are, okay? So to do this, there are two ways. The first way, you could go ahead and do each one of these by hand if you really wanted to. By taking the x value, substituting in, and then go ahead and simplifying accordingly. However, we're going to let the calculator do the thinking for us. Okay? So let's go ahead and let's see how to do this inside of our calculator. So notice here, I still have y equals 3 over 2x plus 3 typed into the y equals part of the calculator. Now, if I click on graph, we could see the y-intercept and the x-intercept right here. But we want a table. So what I'm going to do here is right above the word graph, you can see the word table. So let's go ahead, let's hit second, table. And notice here, we start to get all these different values here. Notice in the first column it says x. In the second column it says y1, which is what we typed in y equals 4. So right now I can see when x equals 0, y equals 3. When x equals 1, y equals 1.5. When y equals 2, when x equals 2, y equals 0. When x equals 3, y equals negative 1.5. But that's not all the numbers we wanted. We wanted from negative 3 to positive 3. So it's as easy as just hitting the up arrow and going backwards. So now on the screen you can see that I have all of my values here from negative 3 to positive 3. So let's go ahead and we're just going to copy and paste this into our notes. So we can get rid of this now, which is great. And we let the calculator do all the thinking for us. So now I could just go ahead and put 7.5, 6, 4.5, 3, 1.50, and negative 1.5. So that's how we find tables. But for some reason, let's say we don't want these decimal values. In other words, we don't want any odd x values. All we want are the even x values. So I'm going to show you how to do that as well. So what we're going to do is go back into our calculator. And above the word window is table set. So if I hit second window, notice here it's asking me, okay, where do you want me to start this table? Well, let's go ahead and instead of negative 3, let's make it negative 4. And then the triangle table, that triangle means delta, it means changing the table. So we want to change our values by 2 every single time. So what we're telling the calculator to do is start at negative 4 and then increase it by 2 every single time. So we should get negative 2, 0, positive 2, positive 4, and so forth. So let's go back to table now and see what happens. Here we have negative 4, negative 2, 0, 2, 4, 6, 8. And even if we went up, notice all our numbers are even. If we went down even further, we still are increasing our table by 2 every single time. So that's how you use the table feature and then the table set feature. And remember, if you ever want to reset this, all you have to do is go back to the table set. You could start it at 0, and then you could increase it by 1. And here's our original table right here.